Everyone, so it's time to be legendary. ONIC Philippines versus Work Auster Force. This is already game 2. Work Auster Force picking up game 1, which means they might just go for the sweep.
Possibly. Looking at the lineup, though, I favor Work Auster Force even more so because of that Lancelot pickup. They can quickly burst down. Remember, as I say that, Unravel does get the revenge onto Kairi. Slight opening, and it's a 3-man rotate. Make it a 4-man rotate here in the mid lane.
Well, they're just making sure that their core is able to rotate even safer. You do not want a Lancelot to be behind the Roger, because usually the Lancelot, especially if he's ahead by just an inch in the early mid game, he gets more kills, gets more successful roams, might I just say.
And Unravel's just doing what he can to just disrupt the flow here, and he might get caught.
Yeah, and level 1 Unravel, already 100 HP, a few more hits, but Lar just decides, you know what, no, you got to live another day.
And he lives, and that might put Work Auster Force in a tight spot, just because that Unravel, forced to reset his HP, will be that much delayed to get his level 4 spike that all Kufra mains understand. Like, as soon as a Kufra reaches level 4, you know something's gonna happen.
Yeah, and that something is usually a highlight-worthy something, especially if it gets 2 or 3 or even 4 people on that ultimate. But let's see, Unravel charging up the revenge. Might just get someone, but Lar just walks away.
That could have been a good Flicker revenge. Well, you know, with the Flicker being forced out, that's also somewhat of an opening for themselves. We're seeing a bit of an engage here for Work Auster Force in the top lane jungle. Like, Kairi will be responding, but he doesn't have enough mana here. Yeah,
Electo Final Blow will be used pseudo-defensively. Jay, though, in the backside looking for Chu. Chu already level 4 means they could potentially have superior control over this turtle, but Jay will be the one to zone out a few members, and Ravel will be there. Already half HP. The turtle will be trapped behind a wall, and looks like it will have to reset for now. Lar will not land a stun, but that's the first blood going to the Benedetta, and looks like 2 goes down for the side of ONIC PH, and Work Auster Force once again with a very good early game.
Yeah, and that's what Work Auster Force has in this composition. It's the early game potential that they have, and ONIC PH, they will be an impact in the mid game, even more so in the late game once Hate goes online, once he gets his items, as well as Iaknu, because they scale so well into the mid-late game, they have to delay the fight, and that's where ONIC PH is comfortable at. Meanwhile, Work Auster Force, they can just really play the game however they want. They have the early game onto the Lancelot. They have the mid game onto Arteezy on that Kagura and Kosei as well. 3 Arteezy and Kosei will even become more of a nuisance here for ONIC PH as soon as we hit the late game.
And speaking of early mid game, look at the damage from Work Auster Force right now, especially with the Lancelot and the Kagura definitely out there. Another stun lands. It looks like Jay will be going down. Guiding Wind will save him. There goes a circling eagle, and Arteezy might just go down with a wisp, but no. Looks like Kairi will be the first one to be killed off in that fight, and will be the only one to fall. A 1 for none in the side of Work Auster Force.
Good effort on Kairi to save Jay away from dying, but he does trade his life for that. And that's typically not the best way to go out, especially since you are a Matilda. If you have items, you have levels, you'll be able to survive.
Oh yeah, and Ravel though in a 2v1 scenario. Looks like the turtle from the Lapud Lar with a highlight play. Kairi already there. Looks like 3 Martizis. The next target stun lands, and that's gonna be a kill for the Matilda. A 2v1 turned into a nightmare. ONIC Philippines bites back.
And that is how ONIC PH will be able to neutralize the advantage the Work Auster Force has. Easy 2 kills. Beautiful outplay by Delar onto the turret just to secure the 2 kills.
Yeah, and that's how you play Lapu Lapu, guys. That's how you pull out the big sword. That's how you transform into the carry that ONIC Philippines needs. Chu, though, finds Kairi. That's the Thorned Rose. No Phantom Execution, and looks like it's just going to be some poke damage.
And it's just going to be a stalemate here over at the Turtle Pit, depending if they get 3 Martisi out of the equation immediately. ONIC PH,
Oh no, that's the Roger going for the for the Lycan Pounce, and I just have to say, the damage is already there, but it's not yet enough. Arteezy, he finds one.
No.
Iaknu already low in HP. The barriers are coming in. Guiding Wind to the bush. He survives for just a bit, but the Cobra takes down the Chang'e. The Feathered Air Strike won't land on a lot of people. The damage is coming in. Thorn Rose steals a lot of damage for the Roger. Goes down immediately. A double kill for the Lapu Lapu. And Chu is the only one surviving so far. A 3-for-3 in the favor of no one. What a messy fight.
That was the messiest fight that we can experience, but hey, that was still a good re-engagement on ONIC PH. Initially, we thought the Work Auster Force had that team fight, but with 3 Martisi joining in on the fray in the backlines, getting caught by Jay's Wild Charge, that was just the coffin, the nail at the coffin, at least for that fight.
It's the coffin above the coffin. It's like playing Tetris.
Yeah.
You get 3 coffins from each group out there. It's a 3-for-3. Again, still, if this is anybody's game right now, 2K gold lead from the side of Work Auster Force and Turtle will be the next big objective. 3 Martisi zoning out 2 people, but Jay's there.
And yeah, 3 Martisi just has to create a lot of space for Work Auster Force. He doesn't need to join in on the fights just yet. But he's looking like to be the next target here for ONIC PH.
And this is a 2v1. Circling Eagle will land. The stun is there. 3 Martisi trying to dash out. Electro Final Bow secures his life for now and has to TP back to the base.
And again, it is a stalemate over at Turtle Pit.
Yeah, Unravel?
It's not going to be impactful as well because it's just RTZ Unravel here over in the Turtle Pit. They're not going to be dishing out a lot of damage. They have to rely on 3 Martisi and Chu to join in on the fight. Speaking of which, 3 Martisi already healthy enough to rejoin Swords Intense in, and Unravel just soaking the damage that Dilar is delivering here.
Yeah, and ONIC Philippines, they do have good position here, especially with that wall created by Jay. Jay zoning at RTZ, but RTZ could definitely just go in with a Auster. That's going to be a turtle secured by the Benedetta. Electro Final Blow on the backside, and Kyrie's looking to go down in front of a lot of members. Phantom Execution just on point there. Double kill for the side of Lancelot, and Work Auster Force takes down 3.
That was a win. ONIC PH didn't really have the prime positioning to secure the kill on the turtle. Good entry by Chu to use the Thorn Rose to dish out a little bit more damage, and then as soon as he came out, went for the retribution, and it's just all history. Work Auster Force just has the better team fight composition compared to ONIC PH.
Yeah, and right now, Work Auster Force, not only did they secure that turtle, but they also secure 3 kills for free. Oh, the splat in! Coming in, Hate already low HP. The bouncing ball stops him from moving away, but look at the damage from ONIC Philippines. That's a reset for the side of ONIC. Well, a 2v1 here. Dlar, is this going to be another Lapu Lapu outplay? No, the stun doesn't land, and this just might be crucial. 3 Martisi going in once again, trying the Guiding Wind actually saves Dlar. Kyrie with a massive save once again.
I would like to say that that was actually a win for Work Auster Force because they were able to steal away the orange. Sorry about that. Actually, Hate secures the orange. I thought they were able to steal that away. But if they were able to steal that away, that's 2 camps not in the touch of Hate. With you as a tank, giving your life away for that, that's a win.
Yeah, and right now, I just have to say that Kyrie has been very good in not just setting up kills for ONIC Philippines, but also making them survive fights. That Guiding Wind is insanely good, but it's not enough if you keep it using defensively. They need to find a big opportunity, a big win in a team fight.
Yeah, and if anything, the Circling Eagle is what Kyrie needs to find here in this fight. A good 3-man Circling Eagle, get the Mathilda Airlines online and up in the air is more than enough. And to add to that, ONIC has another form of initiate here onto Jay, where he can just go for the Guardian's Barrier and then immediately go for the Wild Charge. It's going to catch a lot of people if they line up perfectly.
No, look at the damage from the Feathered Air Strike. Jay immediately has to go back. Phantom Execution used defensively here. Iaknu dealing a lot of damage on the backside, but Hate looks to be the next target here. 3 Martisi has to dash away from the wall, and that is a stalemate, but Kyrie says it's not yet over. Brings me Iaknu with a Guiding Wind. Dlar on the backside, the Lapu Lapu trying to find 3 Martisi. 3 Martisi dashes away. He's going in for the stun. The stun doesn't land. He's just going to go in. The stuns are coming in for Dlar. He finally goes in, and Ravel looks to be the next target here, and 3 Martisi will just give them the edge that they need in front of the front line. Look at the damage. Kyrie goes down. Feathered Air Strike. What a set coming in from that Farsa. And now that ONIC PH is one man down, Work Auster Force just might get Lord.
We got to commend Kosei there on that flicker The last-minute flicker to make sure that he is in range to take down Kyrie with that feathered airstrike. That was beautiful calculations from himself.
Man, that's something that we call as, let's just say, like map aware. And it's not even map awareness, it's geographical awareness. Knowing that your range needs to be a little bit closer, even from far away. Calculating that's a lot of math. But you don't, I'm quite sure that they didn't even do the math. They just assumed there's a 2v1 is happening on the top side, and Lapu Lapu is once again in this tough situation. But Circling Eagle will land on RTZ. RTZ dealing damage as well. Hate might just find the opportunity to race set, but the shutdown goes to the Chang'e instead. And 3 Martizi will take down the Kyrie here, and looks like Killing Spree will be given over to Lancelot, but this is just going bad for ONIC Philippines. 3 more members are alive for them. Vlar has to back off, and Rebel trying to find an opportunity here. 3 Martizi going in the backside once again, and looks like it's just going to be a 2-for-1 in the favor of Work Auster Force.
Oh, and Rebel's still going for it though. Oh no, he's backing off.
You know what? This
easy.
is just dodging game.
Oh, 1 HP in the dream!
Almost. He did survive, but you know, almost is never enough. They did secure turrets though.
And again, space created by 3 Martizi. We kind of thought that 3 Martizi was going to be failing on the space creation department in this match, but you know, judging by the fact that ONIC PH was consistently just challenging him in the top lane, he finally got a lot of space to work with. And they swap lanes with Kosei, so he's pretty much good.
Yeah, and pretty much good as well. 3 Martizi just has to, I guess, play it a little bit safe in terms of going in and out, because we've seen this Benedetta just go insanely wild for Work Auster Force, and it has been working out for them. But I just have to say, this Benedetta will be crucial in terms of making space. If he dies off immediately, that's the ONIC PH chance that they want to see.
But let's also take in consideration that ONIC is slowly starting to become a nuisance here, because Iaknu is already level 12. He is going to be a problem in the team fights, especially considering the fact that Meteor Shower has a lot of zoning capabilities in the team fights and even defending the base. So Work Auster Force really has to work on the timer that they have, that they're still the stronger team.
Circling Eagle lands on RTZ. RTZ immediately falling down. Feathered Airstrike will be landing. It looks like the Roger finally gets found by the Feathered Airstrike instead. A 1-for-1 for now, but looks like it's going to be a 2-for-1 as the rock goes down. And 3 Martizi will find himself in front of Iaknu and Vlar. Kyrie still alive. Chu still alive, but Kyrie might just fall down in a few seconds for now. Eye for an eye doesn't land. It looks like the guiding Wiz with a shield. He just buys himself out of that situation.
What
A 2v2. ONIC Philippines, they're going in. No damage coming in from Manrata, but look at Chu. He's going back. The Lancelot trying to find an opportunity here, but they forced themselves to back off. Work Auster Force, they almost lost that fight.
What was that team fight? Beautiful entry by Kyrie with the Circling Eagle, and commending Chu in that. Still managing to survive despite all that ONIC threw. Kyrie had the right targets in mind. It just so happened that Iaknu and Dilar was also there to respond immediately to the hate that ONIC Page has in the team fight in that fight.
And wow, Kyrie on that clutch guiding win just saved his life and perhaps even saved that fight for ONIC Philippines. Work Auster Force definitely blew a lot of spells on Kyrie's pick right now, on that Mathilda, but he still survived. Our ONIC Philippines surviving will not be enough. They need to actually win.
I mean, there's still a timer here for ONIC PH though. They're still alive. They just need to drag the game at least 17 minutes.
Yeah.
They will be able to stand up to Work Auster Force. We've seen signs they're already being able to stand the damage output that Work Auster Force has been doing. They're also able to zone out.
No! The Kufra finds a Lapu Lapu and immediately goes down. Lars out of the side. Feathered Airstrike, a lot of damage, and looks like Kyrie's next. That's a double kill for the Lancelot, but the Roger gets the other core. No more retribution for the side of Work Auster Force, but a mega kill for the Farsa. 3 Martizi on the backside. And look at this. Kosei, he has to run away from the Roger. Hate is still alive in that fight, and RTZ finds a Chang. But no retribution for the side of Work Auster Force. Will they risk this? 3 Martizi, he finds Hate, a 1v1. Benedetta, the biggest 1v1 of the century right here. Hate will deal some damage, has to go back. Feathered Airstrike doesn't land, and that is finally ONIC Philippines surviving that fight with one member.
RTZ was almost dead by the hands of Iaknu. He actually even used the same umbrella open to get towards that brush, but then as soon as he saw that Iaknu was already relatively low, half HP, Same Umbrella open towards himself and use the Yin Yang overturn to secure that kill as well. That's just good micro from RTZ in the backlines.
Well, this is his favorite pick in Season 7, and it goes to show that this Kagura on RTZ definitely is something to fear for a lot of teams here right now in MPL. The Lord will be the next big objective. Work Auster Force, they started the Lord but was not successful in taking it down. ONIC Philippines, they're still in this game. If they steal away this Lord, it's going to be a big boost for them.
A big boost can potentially equalize the fight, but in terms of map positioning here for ONIC PH, they have yet to secure a turret for themselves, and they're being sieged up by 3 Martizi alone, and that is something to note that 3 Martizi has been doing for the past weeks that we have here in the MPL.
Yeah, and they can't leave the Benedetta out there, and looks like a 4v5 will happen here without the Chang'e. The Chang'e has to respond already. The Lord is half HP here, and looks like Work Auster Force will be the one to reset it. They're not going to fight over it.
Yeah, they don't have to force it, and they're not really in a position. As Unravel actually finds Jay, it's not the best of targets that they have, but that's a target that's already presented for them. And really, ONIC PH, all they have to do here is to drag the game as long as they can. They need to get those power spikes. Already level 15 is Hate, Iaknu. They're just waiting on Kyrie and Lord to get the level 15, but this is good positioning from ONIC PH.
Yeah, very good position as long as Jay isn't caught out. Again, the Feathered Airstrike damage cannot be contained at this point. Kosei will hurt. Getting caught out, especially if you're together, would mean the Feathered Airstrike will hurt so much to the point that it immediately wins the fight for Work Auster Force. They need to be wary of the set from Unravel.
I like how Jay just walked in the bush, saw Unravel. Yeah, nope, I'm out of here.
Yeah, and Feathered Airstrike, that doesn't actually land for the side of Work Auster Force, which means Jay might be safe for now.
Oh,
but they find Yin Yang overturn. Kyrie finally goes with a Circling Eagle, and the Rogers trying to survive the backside. Hate going in with a Tiger Pouch. It looks like the first kill will be on the side of Lapu Lapu, but the Roger goes down, and the Lancelot's still alive. Kosei, low HP here. The Farsa still alive, still not dying, and Jay in the backside. Chu will get him, but the immortality is there. Just gonna wait for him to pop out once again, and that's gonna be kill for the Lancelot. 3 more people alive for the side of ONIC PH. It looks like Unravel, very low in HP. That's gonna be a kill for the side of ONIC Philippines if they're able to take down Unravel. But a 1v1 between Iaknu and Chu would mean Chu is still winning. And Dlar, a 1v1 with the Lancelot. That's going to be a wipeout. Dlar goes down. 5-4-2 in the side of Work Auster Force.
Yo, all things considered, that was already supposed to be ONIC's team fight to win. Work Auster Force just out-sustained. They know how well they're still relatively healthy.
And that was just a long team fight resulting to a quicker win